Tom, you gotta tell me. January 31st. Cool, gonna beat your bitch ass. Yeah, put that in there.
I don't know. It ain't like I said. Your boxing get better by the hour. Okay? Soon, you'll be undefeated.
It ain't tight. The shit ain't tight. You can't get it tight. You putting the glove on. That shit ain't tight. You should be getting your hands wrapped by a master professional hand wrapper every single day, bruh. You getting paid gravy. You getting paid gravy, dude. If you can't fly a dude out that's great with the damn hand wraps, man, that's what you need. If you got hand problems, bruh, and you need to keep your hands healthy, you need to hire somebody, man. All that damn money you making, bruh, somebody. Tape it on some old ass raps. What's going on? Come on. What we in elementary school? Come on, dog. Them hands need to be wrapped. You can't mess around and go into this fight with Teo. You can't. Every damn way, Shakur, I'm telling you. He gonna box your ass a little bit. He gonna pressure you. He gonna change speeds on your ass. I'm telling you, man. This dude is coming for your ass. You better be ready. But you don't need to be doing all that extra shit if it's gonna weaken you. If you ain't gonna be at your full potential, man. For real. You don't need to be doing all this extra shit. And get a hand wrap, dude.
Picture this scenario. A boxing legend stares down Shakur Stevenson and delivers these words. What are you even doing out there? That tells you everything about where things stand right now.
So, and if you win, 3, 2, 1,
Yeah, pop up, push through.
3, press, 1, 2, 3, back flat, 4,
Yeah, shit, pretty in the studio, of course.
yes, sir. Lap 3.
You know what's
The countdown is on, and Shakur Stevenson has completely transformed his preparation for this massive collision with Teofimo Lopez. This isn't the same training routine we've seen before. He's breaking through every barrier and rebuilding his approach from the ground up. The power he's generating now is on a completely different scale, and the technical refinements are razor sharp. Everything about this camp screams one thing. Stevenson is preparing for absolute warfare, and the atmosphere around him is electric.
Cool.
I'll have to drop the heavy a little.
Inside those gym walls, the work never stops. Shakur is going round after round with world-class professionals, and the pace is relentless. His hand speed has reached frightening levels, while his athletic conditioning keeps climbing higher. The team guiding him knows exactly what kind of storm is coming with Teofimo Lopez. Yet that knowledge only fuels the fire. Every single session pushes harder than the last because mediocrity isn't an option when everything is on the line.
Tom, you gotta tell me. January 31st. Cool, gonna bitch ass. Yeah, put that in there.
Shadow boxing, get some sparring. Maybe about 8 to 10 rounds. And
everybody talking about Teo gonna win. Y'all all know that he gonna lose, bro. Shakur actually fight accurate people, like not bums. Like he fought Oscar Valdez. Tank pulled out the fight because he's scared. Ryan Garcia's scared. Like they all scared. Even Devin Haney. Shakur gonna stop him this easy. That's so easy. Y'all already know the question. Shakur on top.
Talk to anyone in Shakur's circle, and the message is crystal clear. They're not just confident about beating Teofimo Lopez. They believe their man can stop him cold. Behind closed doors, serious questions are flying about Lopez's competition level. The whispers suggest he's been fed a steady diet of passive opponents rather than genuine killers. That belief system has created an iron certainty that Shakur will dominate this fight completely. The pressure is mounting, and the bold predictions keep flowing. Word is spreading that Teofimo feels the heat building around him. Some insiders claim it goes beyond just Lopez. Names like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia supposedly respect what Shakur brings to the fight.
Hey, Shakur. Hey, I hope you doing what makes you tick. I hope you ain't doing all no extra shit. You don't need all that extra shit. You better be doing what makes you tick. I remember when you went to one of Crawford's camp and you did one of his trainings and you know, a full camp and stuff, man, and one of his training programs and shit, man, got in the fight, and you look like shit, man. You look like hell. That was that Nakathila fight, man. You were like, man, I done stuff I ain't never done before. All this stuff, man. You don't need all of that shit, man. You need to do what make you tick, man. I know this fight is big. I know you can add a little bit of something, but man, if you overworking yourself, man, and you ain't gonna be rested, man, and you ain't resting your hand.
But Tim Bradley isn't buying into all that noise. He sees a dangerous gap between confidence and cockiness developing in Stevenson's mindset. Every time Shakur talks about revolutionizing his training camp, the results stay disappointingly flat, according to Bradley. Even the partnership with Terrence Crawford hasn't delivered the explosive improvements everyone expected. Bradley notices a troubling pattern where Shakur's biggest promotional pushes about preparation lead to his most underwhelming performances. He's questioning whether this camp actually meets championship standards.
That's how you messing up your damn hands. You messing up your hands because it ain't tight. The shit ain't tight. You can't get it tight. You putting the glove on. That's tight. You should be getting your hands wrapped by a master professional hand wrapper every single day, bruh. You getting paid gravy. You getting paid gravy, dude. If you can't fly a dude out, that's great with the damn hand wraps, man. That's what you need. If you got hand problems, bruh, and you need to keep your hands healthy, you need to hire somebody, man. All that damn money you making, bruh, hire somebody. Tape it on some old wraps. What's going on? Come on. What we in elementary school?
Now Bradley is sounding serious alarms about Stevenson's entire approach. He's calling out everything from hand conditioning to basic wrapping techniques, claiming none of it will survive contact with Fight Night reality. Bradley demands Shakur wake up and treat this like the career-defining moment it is. His criticism cuts deep as he mocks the whole setup, suggesting the training looks more like recreational activity than elite-level preparation. The harsh assessment includes calling for completely new professional guidance in Shakur's corner.
That's not gonna be a damn excuse. Hell no. This is a dude, man, Teofimo Lopez, bro. He been going at us. Yeah. And when I say at us, yeah, straight to our face, saying monkeys and bananas and all this racist stuff, bruh. This your chance to shut his ass up, bruh. Yeah, that's what it is. It's your chance. So everybody ride with you, man. Shit, but this ain't gonna be no easy task. This dude here coming to bag up every single word he said. Every word he said. And you get in there and you play, and your hands ain't right, bruh, and you ain't in there being a little bit of Pookie with a little bit of Shakur, boy, you gonna have to bring everything out against this dude, Teofimo Lopez, cause he coming for your ass in every single way.
Bradley keeps hammering his message about protecting Stevenson's hands while emphasizing that pure boxing is the only path to victory against Lopez. He reminds everyone that Teofimo consistently backs up his talk, no matter what controversial statements he makes outside the ring. Bradley acknowledges the fan support behind Shakur, but stresses that popularity means nothing when the bell rings. His bottom-line assessment is brutal. The current training approach won't cut it against someone who always shows up ready to deliver.
I'm gonna go with my boy Shakur. I just think he'll just keep the distance, keep it clean, fight when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic. He knows how to box. And I think when there's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro.
That aggressive critique has only cranked up the intensity surrounding this matchup. Ben Whitaker jumped into the analysis, noting how Teofimo Lopez actually thrives when people doubt him, because that explosive mentality gets supercharged. However, Whitaker still leans towards Shakur Stevenson, finding the winning edge through his championship experience, technical superiority, and pinpoint accuracy. Those are the exact weapons that could prove decisive when everything matters most.
You see them go back and forth. They trading their little bullshit.
Right.
Is this a fight that you go back and forth with? Like, is this the fight that you could possibly change your mind from week to week and in camp, looking at how they look in camp and whatnot? Like, what's your mindset heading into such a big fight?
Yeah, my mind does go back and forth. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Tio, what I do is I remove all the negative about what we know about Tio. I remove all of that, and then I look at the fighter. That still is a good fighter. You know what I mean? Strong, fast. You know what I mean? Explosive, unpredictable, and he can hurt you. And every time he's had to step up, he really did step up. You know what I mean? But besides the Cambodia fight, but he stepped up. So I think Shakur. Yeah, my first mind told me Shakur, and I thought about it. Yeah, I'm picking Shakur by decision, but because this is fighting, anything can happen. You can't count Tio out. So there is thoughts sometimes that cross my brain, like, damn, what if Tio catch him like real good though? You know what I mean? And hurt him, or what if he just out hustling? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of shit that crossed my mind, but I still like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win.
Boxing's inner circle is sending clear warnings to Teofimo Lopez about what he's walking into. Facing Shakur Stevenson could expose every weakness in devastating fashion. Analyst Greg Hackett recently dissected this matchup, acknowledging Lopez's natural gifts while making his position obvious. Lopez simply isn't operating at Stevenson's championship level. Hackett points to Shakur's methodical preparation, technical mastery, and pace control as the tools that will highlight every flaw in Teofimo's game. Superior fundamentals, combined with strategic intelligence, have Stevenson perfectly positioned to claim victory.
You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense where Tio like to jump, you gotta stop that jumping. You know what I mean? Take smaller steps, inch in behind smaller jabs, smaller right hands. Be a little bit more quicker. And you know, try to keep it at a minimum of like 4 punches. You know what I mean? 4, 5, 6 punches. You know what I mean? Not just one good punch. Cause once you miss, you know, Shakur gonna light you the f up. He gonna light you the f after that. If you miss one good shot, you throw one good shot, he catch you loading, and he see it and he get away from it. And he gonna touch you like 3, 4 times after that. You know what I mean? So you gotta match his Shakur energy with the punch output, but at the same time you gotta be vicious that night. They give out warnings for a reason. Use them.
Greg Hackett's reputation for sharp analysis backs up his direct assessment of Lopez versus Stevenson. His warning is straightforward. If Teofimo charges forward carelessly and commits a crucial error, Stevenson's defensive mastery will make him pay heavily. Hackett sees Lopez's aggressive tendencies as potential gifts for Shakur, creating openings for surgical counterattacks and complete fight control.
You just said, though, you said that you ready to pull an upset. So you acknowledging that Shakur is the better fighter?
Never.
No. You just said that. You said the upset.
Well, I say the odds probably has him ahead.
No, yeah, it's just the odds. They got him as the favorite.
Oh,
right
got
now.
you.
The odds I think is like 3-1 right now.
Okay.
So that's all.
Right.
So I'm kind of used to being in that position. So I'm just here to reclaim them and redefend them.
So with that upset, like, what do you plan to like exploit about Shakur in the ring?
That is, defense is not as impeccable as people mention it.
Nah, it's impeccable. This is pretty elite. Come on, Teofimo. It's pretty elite.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez is targeting something beyond Shakur Stevenson's technical skills. His focus has shifted to psychological warfare. Lopez acknowledges that Stevenson's defensive system is practically airtight, but believes cracking his mental fortress holds the key to victory. This strategy reveals boxing's psychological chess match, where mental toughness and composure under fire can decide everything.
Well, that's what I say. Like,
what is his weakness, though, if there's one?
his mind. Once you penetrate the mind, that's it. It's game. This is boxing. This has always been since forever. And if your mind ain't strong in this, it's never gonna...
Lopez's approach demonstrates sophisticated fight intelligence, recognizing that elite-level battles often come down to who handles mental pressure better. His plan to attack Stevenson's mindset signals that this war will be fought as much between the ears as with fists. At the championship level, the fighter who masters stress, pressure, and psychological combat typically seizes control.
I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with a Terence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite different. Do you know what I mean? Like Shakur, I say defensive. I think that's a bit harsh on Shakur, but he's not a huge puncher, but defensively and skill-wise, he's right up there.
He's a real technical fighter.
Oh, phenomenal.
Absolutely.
The difference with Boots is skill-wise, he's got that, but he can also, like I said, he can turn your lights out.
Eddie Hearn stepped forward with his own warning for Teofimo Lopez. He considers Shakur Stevenson a legitimate pound-for-pound elite, whose training partnership with Terence Crawford has refined him into a devastating force. Hearn highlights Shakur's fight intelligence and technical brilliance as clear advantages over Lopez. His prediction for their January 31st collision is stark. Stevenson could completely dominate Teofimo in every aspect. Hearn believes Shakur has evolved into a true elite competitor who will create serious problems with every skill he possesses.
And you'll see that more and more as he goes up the division. So, like, you look at fighters like Pernell Whitaker and stuff like that, what they lacked was that little bit of power and that aggressiveness that I think Boots has. I think the jury's still out a little bit on Teofimo. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, you have to respect him because he beat Loma, you know, but I don't know.
He's an excellent fighter.
He's an excellent fighter. Yeah, he's an excellent fighter, but
he didn't cut the ring off from Barboza?
Yeah. You know, a lot of people give Shakur the edge in that fight. But do you think it depends on what Teofimo shows up?
Yeah, it always depends on what Teofimo shows up.
Still, Eddie Hearn gives credit where it's due regarding Teofimo Lopez's ability to rise up when facing major challenges, instead of wilting under pressure. He recognizes Lopez as an outstanding fighter while maintaining that skill-wise he can't match Shakur Stevenson's level. Hearn notes that Lopez's performance in early fight execution will matter greatly, but the fundamental edge belongs to Stevenson heading into fight night.
Oh, Shakur, definitely.
Why is that?
He's the best at that weight. No one's going to beat him at that weight. You know, he can go up to 47 and win a title. That's how good he is.
I mean,
it's going to be a good fight. I'm glad it's finally happening, you know, a good fight in boxing where you got two very skilled fighters. And look, I love Teofimo. You know, I picked him to beat Lomachenko. You know what I mean? But I just think that Shakur's on another level.
Is Teofimo the more athletic fighter?
I'm not going to say that. I mean, to me, they have two different styles. You know what I mean? And, you know, Shakur just has a style that, you know, to appreciate it, you got to be a real boxing person.
Yeah, because, you know, when I say athleticism, it's like explosiveness and twitch, but isn't Shakur with the timing and the distance, it's more subtle.
Relaxed, you know what I mean? He can do whatever, he can take control at any time when he wants to.
Buddy McGirt delivered his prediction for Lopez versus Stevenson, calling Stevenson the division's absolute best. While respecting Lopez's ability to defeat elite opposition, like Lomachenko, McGirt believes Shakur operates in a different stratosphere. His forecast sees Stevenson controlling every aspect of this mega fight from opening bell to the final scorecard across all 12 rounds.
I saw him as a kid. I remember Shakur as a kid when he was an amateur. And I was telling kids, he's just special, man. He's special.
What's Tio if he can pull it, like if you were his trainer, what would be the game plan you think to try to pull off what would be an upset?
You gotta be double smart. You can't go in there and think you're gonna bully him. You can't think you're gonna go in there and bomb him out. You gotta be extra smart. Because Shakur's on point, man. You gotta be just as on point as he is. And that takes a different level of concentration.
Unanimous decision then for Shakur?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I see him winning. I see Shakur winning, definitely.
McGirt warns that Teofimo Lopez will need to fight twice as intelligently as he believes necessary to overcome Shakur Stevenson. His longtime familiarity with Stevenson, dating back to amateur competition, gives him deep insight into those special abilities that he believes will overwhelm Lopez's athleticism. Whether the fight goes the distance or ends early, McGirt feels completely confident that Stevenson will emerge victorious.
I feel like now, I've been in the ring when I was like 16. It's been a little while. Yeah. And, I'm sure he's a total different fighter, but I have recently seen Teofimo spar, like a couple years back. He sparred one of the guys from my gym. And, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be a competitive fight. It's definitely going to be a competitive fight. Shakur going to be on his game. Tio going to be on his game. Shakur going to get his hits off. Tio going to get his hits off. I feel like in the later rounds, I feel like Shakur is going to be, he's going to pull away with the victory.
While Tim Bradley expressed concerns about Shakur, another insider with direct Lopez knowledge offers contrasting perspective. Keith Conlon has observed Lopez during sparring sessions and shares crucial insights that could benefit Stevenson. He anticipates competitive action with both fighters bringing intensity, but believes Stevenson's discipline and skill will secure victory in the championship rounds.
Just based off being disciplined. At this level, they both skill for skill. They both got skills. You can't take that away from them. But at this level, it's all about, the small details. Who's disciplined, who's able to focus throughout the whole, fight. And just based off of, they past fights, you kind of see Tio sometimes like discipline, but Shakur, he could stay locked in for the 12 rounds. He could stick to his game plan for the 12 rounds. And I feel like that's what's going to separate the winner from the loser, and I feel like Shakur gonna be victorious.
Conlon's observations from watching Teofimo Lopez spar reveal concerning patterns of unfocused, undisciplined performance. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson maintains laser concentration across all 12 rounds, showing championship-level consistency. That unwavering focus will determine the outcome, according to Conlon, who confidently picks Stevenson for victory.
Depending on who dominates their portion of the fight, that's how that fight will go. I don't think it's going to end in a knockout. I think it's going to go 12 rounds for sure. But it depends on how the first 6 rounds goes, you know what I mean? Because I don't think that Shakur is going to come out and try to fight or take the fight to Tio in the first 6 rounds at all. So if he's fighting off the back foot, if Tio can make it so that he's convincingly, or he's convinced at least Shakur that he may have won 4 of the first 6 rounds, if it's 4-2 in Shakur's mind going into the second half of the fight, or if I'm looking at him stealing those first 6 rounds, then it's an interesting fight going into the tail end, because Tio, to me, is a front runner.
Following Tim Bradley's preparation concerns, another analyst joined the discussion with his perspective. On the Stevenson-Lopez showdown, he warns that this confrontation transcends style matchups because simply boxing intelligently won't guarantee success. His brutally honest breakdown insists that Stevenson must impose his will and genuinely hurt the explosive Lopez to earn decisive victory while avoiding dangerous close decision politics.
If I'm looking at the first 3 rounds, first 4 rounds, and Tio looks like he's losing those rounds convincingly, then it's an easy night for Shakur, unanimous decision in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Tio is going to bring anything late in the game, to this fight. I think if he is who he's always been, he's going to get gassed after like the 7th round and then take some rounds off. And when he does that, Shakur will open up and start to try to pick him apart, pot shot him, and do things like that. But this is the perfect fight, narrative-wise, for Shakur, because I've been waiting for Shakur to get into that fight where, he doesn't have the fight where he doesn't have his Diego Corrales fight, you know what I mean, where you think he's actually in danger. Shakur has been he's been outclassing everybody he's in the ring with.
Expanding on Bradley's warning, this analyst believes Shakur Stevenson must attack aggressively from round 1. He notes that if Teofimo Lopez fails to succeed early, his conditioning could fade by mid-fight, making Shakur's takeover much easier. The analyst emphasizes that Stevenson needs his career best performance, acknowledging that while he's defeated everyone so far, this challenge demands absolute excellence. Everything is building towards something special. This fight promises to be among the year's most explosive encounters, and with Shakur Stevenson maximizing his preparation while Teofimo Lopez brings that devastating power, January 31st will be absolutely electric. The question burning through everyone's mind remains the same. Will Stevenson's technical mastery and championship discipline prove decisive, or can Lopez flip the script with raw, explosive force? The boxing world is holding its breath, waiting for answers, and this collision cannot arrive fast enough.